Alrighty. Well, now we are doing the Act 1 interlude. I figured I'd just get it done, not live, because it's just this small little thing. But it's fun. So let's get to it. Okay. And here we are, limits and demonstrations. And this is just one scene. It's pretty abstract. And I think we're just in a museum type issue. Yeah. And as always, like I said before, there's always a horse. And I'm not sure why, but there we go. At least not yet. Not sure why yet. Wall text, limits and demonstrations. A Lula Chamberlain retrospective, making the first major public showcase of her work in over 20 years. This retrospective exhibition of work by pioneering installation artist Lula Chamberlain comprises a diagonal slice through time, space, and form. The pieces on display here were individually debuted over a period of 35 years, designed in Chamberlain's various homes and studios between her beloved Mexico City and her native Elizabethtown. They represent a range of scale and impact, from the intimate warmth of vertex texture fetch to the infamous visage, the latter of which requires a vertical clearance of over 30 feet. Yet these works share a confounding legacy. In each of their debut exhibitions, they were nearly impossible to install. So basically, these are very, not very practical things to keep. Galleries and museums balked at the scale, power requirements, and highly skilled labor involved in maintaining these works for display. Some of their debuts collapsed under the weight of logistics, only to be successfully executed much later. And so, just as they describe the outer limits of Chamberlain's range as an installation artist, the geographical edges and vertices of her itinerant home life, and the beginning and end of her distinguished career, the works on display here also trace the extremes of our capabilities and the frontiers of our patience as both viewers and exhibitors. Are we capable of viewing these works as they were meant to be viewed? Do we even want to be? So yeah, you get this. This is basically just one big art museum, and we're just looking through. So so we're just going around and then going to the exit. That's it. Spinning coin. Suspended. Correcting for angular motion. 1976. Found materials. What a lonely image. The image on the screen or the whole thing? Yeah, the whole thing. The microfilm reader, the flickering coin. This thing right here. Yeah, kind of anxious, right? I feel like we startled it, and now there's this uncomfortable pause. I feel really drawn to it, but it just makes me nervous. So now we're looking at it, and you can see it's just this microfilm thing with the coin. It's kind of cool. Now let's check this. What is this? Vertex texture fetch. Treat television and suspended cathode ray tube. Ah yes, the TV. 1968. Found materials. picture on the TV. What is that? It's a lighthouse? No, it's a weather vane or a windmill or something. Is it a lighthouse? Alright, let's keep on going. Oh, that's kind of cool looking. And this is... Oh man, that looks so good. Visage, 1984. Unknown Media. That is so cool looking. I love the graphics in this game. I find this profoundly moving. What do you think, Bob? Slice a visage to build a visage, a puzzle to its owner. What? It's a poem I read. I think it was written by a computer. I think it's lovely. That's cool. Alright, so anyway, I believe that looks like the map that we were driving through before. Can we walk up to it? No. Let's check it out. Overdubbed Nam June Pike installation in the style of Edward Packer, 1965, 1973, 1980, magnetic tape, handheld tape, playback head, speaker system, voice of the artist, computer synthesized speech. Oh, I read about this one. It's interactive. How does it work? It's a bunch of old tape, and you run this tape playback head along it and just listen to the recordings, I guess. Let's try it out. I think you start in the middle. As Bob drags a playback head along the tape, a woman's voice issues unsteadily from the speakers. We start in the middle. Donald and Joseph are in the hallway. I am in an office. The walls are lined with filing cabinets. A few drawers hang open. The door is ajar. A massive computer looms in the corner. There are some punched cards on the floor. Oh, I think we're looking at a scene. A synthetic voice recording spliced awkwardly into the tape. Let's have options of monotone. To examine cards, rotate 30 degrees and advance 7 inches. To leave room, rotate 17 degrees and advance 4 inches. To activate computer, rotate 200 degrees and advance 15 inches. Alright, let's see. Examine cards. Encoded in the holes punched through these cards is the first draft of the poetic subsystem. I can't read punch cards by sight. Donald can, I think. Anyway, this version is pretty underwhelming. Okay, let's see. Activate computer. So loud. I love it. I'm now holding 2 punch cards. On one of them, Joseph has scribbled a note. Caves. The other is blank. To insert Caves card, yeah, okay. Let's insert Caves card. We're on a dirt trail in the park, or, well, it's not really a trail. It is a trail. It's more like a tendency. There tend to be fewer plants here on the path we've been walking. Now we're walking at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to a mossy rock as the ground sinks into darkness. Joseph and Donald are following a rope down into the cave. They have computer equipment tied to their backs. So do I. This is something that happens in the future of the game, by the way. But this sounds so abstract right now. I don't blame anybody for not understanding what's going on. It's really abstract, this game. Okay, so enter the cave. That's the last trip. So everything's down here now. The final resting place. Don't be so morbid. To remember a fond gesture, blah, blah, blah. So, let's see. Let's remember. It's morning now. I'm in the car. I'm driving to work. This is the last recording I'll make on this tape. Then I'll drop it in the mail tomorrow, and then who knows. I've been recording onto this tape for 15 years, I think. A lot of other things happened, so here's the story. When I met Donald and Joseph, they were both students, and I was in a band performing on campus. They came to my show, and then we met at some bar and had a few drinks together. Joseph wanted to impress me, so he stole a metal cocktail tumbler and gave it to me. We got kicked out, wandered drunkenly until morning, and finally ended up at a diner. And now I use the tumbler to store extra pens on my desk. So I'm almost out of tape. I guess I'll just let it run out while I drive. No instructions? No, that's the end of this tape strip. I don't think we ever reached this long one at the top here. Is it cheating to skip over there? I won't tell a soul. Think of our work, our research. You'll die in those damn cold caves. And what about these men? You know they'll come back? We'll go deeper, that's all. They'll never find us. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you, but not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop. Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too, but I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon and I'm heading down to zero. You'll be lost forever. But we need your voice for the machine, Lula. It only recognizes your voice. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you can see what your damn machine does with it. Oh. So yeah, that whole thing happens later in the game, but you see it from another perspective. It's really strange. And I love it. It's just wonderful how daring this game is. Anyway, another horse. Or is that the same horse that I pointed out before? Anyway. Basement Puzzle 2. Artist, Sunset and Horse, 1976. Plaster and Wire. What do you think she meant by puzzle? Yeah, weird. I guess it's something you can solve? They must use symbols. Artist, sunset, horse. Or it's an anagram? Or like a code? Or it's just a misdirection. Maybe it's a puzzle, but there's no right answer. That's kind of sad. And there we go. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's as big as the interlude is. So it's short and sweet. So that's why I chose not to do a live thing, as you can see. And I won't. I think we've read this before. Yes. Okay. And let's see if we can get there we go. Huh. Well, it said exit before. There we go. Yeah, I guess I'm ready to go. Yeah, I need to get back to work anyway. And there we go. Next time we do this, we'll be in Act 2. So, that will be next Wednesday at 8 p.m. And I really look forward to it. This is a great game. And by the way, don't miss Act 3. But in order to get to Act 3, you need to get to Act 2 and Act 1. So stay current. This is a great game. I love it so much. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, see ya.